I am Captain Logan, and this is day 214 of Spawn Year. Spawn number 101 advertised itself as the epilogue to issue 100, but it was lying. It was just the beginning of a drawn-out, ridiculously long epilogue that's shaping up to be longer than the story that led up to Cagliostro conveniently revealing there was a gateway to hell in the alleys right there the whole time, so Spawn could recklessly jump in there with no plan, even though the only pressing, time-sensitive threat had already been neutralized, just to kill off Angela and force a big, epic-looking confrontation with Malbolgia. Why in this book are the earth-shattering, important events I actually want to read about hackneyed and rushed, but the boring parts are stretched out ad infinitum? In 4 issues since 100, Spawn has shattered the religious faith of an old woman and stood in dark corners teaching random, barely developed characters lessons he never learned himself. Seriously, look at Spawn's history and tell me this guy ought to be the arbiter of all morality. He's not even a character right now. He's a plot device that automatically knows what Hogwin wants him to in order to spew out an easy, uninspired morality play. Maybe if Spawn were a fully realized guy whose character evolved naturally, it might be interesting to see him use the knowledge he's accumulated to help people, but instead, he's whatever he needs to be for the sake of a comic's themes and message. I imagine by this point in the series' history, most readers were already yawning just looking at the cover before they ever cracked the book open. So this issue is part 3 of Cautionary Tales, and the lesson this time is, if you're already a mean, nasty, demented little brat and you find weird rocks that look like a giant evil hand, don't climb around on it, or you might end up getting possessed by the evil spirit of the end of all life itself and start putting your teachers in the hospital. There's a lot of wise, time-tested morals in this book. At least this issue deals with some aftermath from the previous arc, but it still does nothing for Spawn's development except make him even more absurdly powerful. This one takes us back to simple, quiet Malice, Pennsylvania, where the humble, unfortunate townsfolk once again have reason to question why they were ever stupid enough to move to a place called Malice. The story is utter nonsense. This little terror and his 2 twin brothers, not his twins, but each twins of the other, play around where Spawn buried the demon Urizen. Urizen possesses the boy, though he may have also possessed his brothers. I can't tell if they're all controlled by Urizen or if the brothers just go along with him. The boy uses Urizen's powers to make his teacher choke, sends her to the hospital, and then threatens another little boy the 3 had been bullies to previously, calling him a pig and saying he's soon to be slaughtered. The boys kill real pigs, wear their faces on Halloween, kidnap the kid, and they're stopped by Spawn before they do any damage. Spawn pretty effortlessly dispatches of Urizen's essence in a dazzling display of necroplasmic energy. It looks like he pretty much disintegrates it, but as per usual in a big cosmic Spawn fight, the panels are entirely cryptic about what's actually happening, and all that really matters is Spawn wins, and it looks kinda cool. The kid ends up with an enormous hole in his chest. Urizen possesses the little whelp because he's proven he has no heart. Symbolism, get it? And before Spawn heals it, after Urizen has left his body, I might add, I have no idea what's keeping this kid alive. At the end, the kid is spooked and thinks Spawn will haunt him forever. I guess this is meant as another anti-bullying story. Urizen wouldn't have taken the kid if he were a better person, but once he's possessed, you can't fault the boy for anything he does, and we're only told he's a bad kid before that, instead of seeing what's so unusually messed up about him. So it falls flat. Seems like your average, relatively problematic, unempathetic child to me. Oh, but he's really awful because he has posters of Angela and the Freak up in his bedroom. Wait, what? Angela and the Freak are mainstream celebrities now on a wall next to Korn? How would anyone know about either of them? Angela was always incognito when she was on Earth, except in the alleys, and the Freak got fed to his own inner demons. Anyway, another standard style over substance effort. It's atmospheric and creepy, but it makes no sense, and it undermines the already undermined menace, or malice, of Urizen. He was too easily re-imprisoned by Spawn in the first place, and too easily resurrected by those goofball demons. If he's both easier to contain and easier to wake up every time somebody tries. First, it was this complex anti-Last Supper cannibal ritual. Then all you had to do was set 12 people on fire on a hill. And now, just be a little terror and climb on some rocks. And what exactly does Spawn do to Urizen's essence at the end? I thought he couldn't be killed. Maybe his essence was reburied, but considering he's not fully corporeal as it is, being a lumbering shadow creature, I wouldn't figure he could be a possessor spirit. But what do I know? I've got Mountain Dew for brains. Signed, Captain Logan.